PettyNation247 live with James. Tashi will be here on via phone. Maybe not. She said she wasn't having such a hot girl summer because she's feeling not that well. But she said she was driving, so I don't know what the truth is. But we'll see. Today's guest is Ace, The Truth.
Yes, sir.
And Nate.
LivingSoul Records.
LivingSoul Records. So you're promoter and rapper, right?
Yes.
And you're the
promoter and rapper.
Promoter and rapper.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So what's going on? You gotta
chilling, man, chilling. Thank you for having us on the show. Shout out to PettyNation247.
Gang.
You know what I'm saying? We did not know Norwood had this little establishment in the cut, but it's very nice and professional.
Yeah.
So, you know, but yeah, we here just to promote Tulip at the Beach Fashion Show Party, August 16th, going down to Cloud 9, Hampton Beach, New Hampshire. Fashion show with 10 brands, 8 artists, but just to confirm, we just added a special guest performer. Flyer will be out tomorrow, so we got 9 artists. About 5 vendors, 8 sponsors. The doors open at 7 p.m. Entry is $15. After 11, it's $20. 21 plus event. Why is it 20 after 11? Because again, this is a fashion show party. So
right.
You got the fashion show aspect, which will be partying in between that. But then after the fashion show is done, it just becomes strictly a actual party.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning and we go back to that.
Got you.
Okay, so what do you guys do? What did you first start getting into rapping or promoting?
Rapping and promoting. Two different
things.
Right time.
Different questions.
Yeah.
I mean, we started writing when he was kids, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Doing love letters to the girls in class. That's how I started off. Writing as a kid. You know what I'm saying? My family's full of music and all that. So started there and then transgressed to, as you get older, you go through hard times and the therapy, you know what I'm saying? I used it for therapy when I started, you know what I'm saying? I got in a fire. My mom's was on crack, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a whole backstory, you know what I'm saying?
I'm pause you there right quick. Yeah. A lot of black people don't go to therapy. Mm-hmm. You don't hear that much. So that took me back a little bit. Because, usually, like, black people, we, like, say pray on it and have somebody talk to or like a mentor, but you don't have somebody go through therapy to go through that.
Yeah.
So that's something I want. Black people, we need therapy. Yeah. You need somebody else, a professional, to listen to you and to work things out for you in your mind if you ever got to that point. I think that's very and very important because also I work at a school for brain injury and all kind of stuff. So some of the kids who probably don't have a brain injury per se, but they have a therapist or like what is the word? What is the word I'm looking for? Psychiatrist, not psychiatrist. Well, that too, but like they have somebody to talk to.
Yeah, like a mentor or something.
No. It's a professional. It's
okay.
Therapist.
We said everything but that.
Nadia, help me. What is the word I'm looking for? She used to work there with me too. What is the word? Clinician.
Oh, there you go.
So it's the same thing as therapist or whatever.
Yeah, that was like the general base.
Yeah.
Go to the hospital and get that.
Yeah. So like it's important, and like some of the kids that are from like lower income neighborhoods, black or white, they would never get that if it wasn't in the program, and they wouldn't know. The parents sometimes don't know that it's important to get that, or they don't have the funds. But there are some free places that you can go, which I don't know I don't have it on hand, but there are some places that you can go.
I think the parents are being overlooked because they're not well educated on the services that those people are not there to always make you look like a bad parent. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think it gets to the point where a parent, mother, father, together, whatever, when they raise that child, they want to give it the best, this and that, So then when it goes into we need professional help, the parent itself is feeling like, damn, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing? And there's not a lot of, I don't think it's a lot of people out there that's really, I know we focus on the children, that's what we need to do, but we can't overlook the parents that are dealing with children with mental health problems. And then, especially in our communities, we're looked at as bad parents, or your child is just a, ADHD,
crazy.
That's the number one thing they always
say. Give them pills and all that, and that's it.
I know somebody personally that would do that with the giving the pills and not being educated that a psychiatrist is supposed to prescribe and give the dosage change, not your regular PC doctor for your kid. Because I know somebody who the kid was taken for like years, and they had a mental break, not a mental breakdown, but they had a breakdown.
Yeah.
And they had to have called something called the best team come to their school.
Yeah, the best
and
team, take them out
and talk to them or whatever.
Yeah.
Come to find out, this kid does have ADHD, but like they did not need to be put on Ritalin. And I'm like, why didn't you ask me? Because you have me here as a source. I was like, I would have told you to take them off. I mean, yes, they still have it. He's in that as an adult, and you very talkative, but like there's some things that it affects them because now they can't structurally put this away, and it's all weird. They don't know how to put things, and you gotta say you gotta fix things. You know what I mean? That's why in the community you gotta start talking. You gotta start. This has nothing to do. I don't know how we got here, but
I mean, you said you asked when did I start rapping, and that's how it started.
I was like, wait.
It go way back. That's a different segment.
That's a different segment, but I think it's important to, especially since I've been working there for so long that I just I have to say
you got
people of color, we need to really start thinking about that. And if you just said your child needs help, it has nothing to do with you. Because guess what? Even after they grow up, they're still gonna have those issues.
Exactly.
Period. It has nothing to do with you.
That's why you gotta help yourself in the process of helping your child.
Sometimes.
Sometimes it has nothing to do with you. But if you put your kid through a lot of stuff, they're gonna need help. Not just like, oh, they'll be fine. No, they won't be fine. Sometimes you're lucky. Sometimes they are fine. Sometimes they're not.
Yeah, lucky is a good word to say because that's part of, like, my own mother told me, you don't even act like the way I raised you, right? Like, she'll be like, there's eventually, she's like, I lost you at some point of your age or your high school or something like that. And it's just like, well, yeah, that's true. But there's things that I was able to keep that is core to me, right? Family values, loyalty, love, unity, and these things come from the household. Yes, we might have some things that, probably didn't go right or perfect and everything, but those values, as long as you teach your kids those values, moving forward in life, hopefully you look forward to that, they grow in that avenue instead of growing with all the other things that have been influenced from outside the house, you know what I'm saying, that helps, that ends up changing you as a child and as an adult,
Yeah.
But, he said that he said he got the therapy, right?
I use the music as therapy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what was my therapy, was music. You know what I'm saying? That's my therapy. And then it led to just living in Boston and being surrounded by people that was non-believers, you know what I mean? Telling me I can't be like Jay-Z, Nas, I can't, you know what I'm saying? And then it turned into me, well, how do I start a record label? How do I start how do I protect my music? How do I get a publishing company? Like, it started going in there. So when people say, I don't like really saying like you're a rapper because people belittle that, back in the day when, you had the great, like, Nas is a rapper, you know what I'm saying? Nowadays, it makes it sound like, oh, that's all you do, man, is rapper. Like,
because everybody wants to be a rapper.
You know what I'm saying? So,
social media changed that, though.
So me, I'm more than a rapper. I'm a business owner, you know what I'm saying? I'm a professional first. And I know I'm in the entertainment business, you know what I'm saying? So, we do music, you know what I'm saying? We do whatever under the sun when it comes to entertainment.
I heard of MCing, MC events. And
we're MCing, we're hosting this event. MC is like / hosting. You're the voice of what's going on, how people get the information, what's next, what's to come. So, we decided to be the host of this show. Me, him, and Esbeba. Shout out to Esbeba B from Maze Radio. We were just over there Friday, and it was dope. Your positive energy. They embraced us. Shout out to the whole Maze Radio. But we was like, why are we gonna have somebody else host when we've been dealing with all the brands ourselves? We interact with them on a daily. Now we're gonna have to sit and tell somebody all this stuff. We ain't got time for that. Yeah. So, and plus we're not scared to talk. And we also know that this show is called Too Lit at the Beach. So if we not lit as hosts, I'm not saying it's not gonna be lit, but we know that the tone is not gonna reach the best capability that it could be. So we need us to be the anchor, and then have a female host who's, you know what I'm saying? She just digging deep. Like the women are seeing her, they're like, damn, she taking over that show. And we cool with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To go this show is female empowerment, period. Because most of the majority of these brands are female clothes designers. You know what I'm saying?
Gravitating to the females.
Like oh, okay.
And male models too.
Male models too as well.
But we definitely want all the females to know we representing you at this show August 16th.
Where's it at again?
Hampton Beach, New Hampshire.
Okay.
Cloud 9. Shout out to Cam. Shout out to Cam Green, black man owner on Hampton Beach, the only black man on that block, on that long strip that owns a business, especially a club. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not a business, but a club.
Yeah.
And shout out to him, man. Last night he had Riff Raff out there, couple like wrestlers up in there.
Crazy
tonight he's gonna be Busy Bone.
Busy Bone.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. People up there.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we wanted to do at the beach. We wanted to bring that same type of vibe. We wanted to bring one of the things we wanted to bring was culture, right? We wanted they have their own culture too, but flavor when we talking about culture, right? We got Cape Verdean brand designers, we got Latin, we got American, African American, whatever, everything. Haitian. You know what I'm saying? We want all of that to intertwine with what's going on at the beach. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people are always there every summer. They've been going there since they were kids. It's a different type of culture. And when you hear of Hampton Beach, a lot of people rap about the Hamptons, and they rap like it's like, you know, you might hear a rapper like, yo, I was in the Hamptons with my guys, blew 30,000. You're like, damn, they was at Hamptons? Like, I could just drive up there. Right. Like,
a lot of people don't know, like, if you're not from Boston, there's some people that are not from Massachusetts. Like, this is not the Hamptons, but it's our Hamptons.
Yeah, exactly. Cape Cod is like that, too. You know, people be like, oh, I'm in Martha's Vineyard. Like, if you've been in Martha's Vineyard, like, yeah, it's cool and all that, but like, you know, like it's expensive, bro. Like, just to ride one of those boats. I looked up a price with my mom one time because we wanted to go together, and like I was like, what? I'm not paying that. Like, you know, that's with my mom, like the number one lady in my life, besides my daughter. So it's like that is dope. But again, we got the 8 artists. We got Ali Dex. Shout out to him. He's from Manchester, New Hampshire. Genius from Boston. Jay Gas from Boston. Don Dada, a Latin artist. He's from Lawrence. Dylan Raw. The John B, like my guys say, the John B of this show.
Yeah, John B of Maine.
The John B of Maine. Okay, so all right, so John B is a white R&B artist from back in the day. Yeah. If you don't know who that is, he's like you thought he was black until you heard him.
Yeah,
exactly. You see him, you're like, oh, And he was like, he's within the club. You can bring him to the car. You can bring him to the barbecue.
No, but he was brought in by Babyface, man. Babyface is a monster. So he brought him in there, you know, as a writer first.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
He was a writer first. He wasn't a singer. He was a writer for Babyface.
That's smart.
Babyface, man, he put on a lot of people when you really think about it. That's why they got the LaFace Baby record, whatever that thing's called. LaFace. So we got Don Dada, Dylan Rod, John B of Maine. We got Ray Royale. Shout out to Ray Royale. He's performing at the City Winery in downtown on Wednesday.
August 14th.
He just performed at Fenway doing
Fenway.
the Red Sox Yankees game. He sang it.
Over 30,000 people.
Crazy. And he actually had the people amped. Like it was like kind of like, you remember when they used to say T-Pain couldn't sing, and then one day he sang at the LA Dodgers game. He killed it.
Yeah.
Same thing, kind of, but not saying that he can't sing. He can sing. He doesn't use auto-tune. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Roxy Hart from Maine. Shout out to her. And we got Violet Music. Violet is...
Violet?
Yeah.
I know Violet. She performed at my... when Melissa used to manage her.
She's on fire.
Yeah, I would have let her be up. I would have asked her to be up here.
She's on fire.
Yeah, get her up here, man.
I would have brought her up today. I told her to come today.
Yo,
really?
Call on the phone right now. Hey, yo.
She might pick up like, yo, what's up, yo? You know how V is. V's cool, man.
She's mad cool.
Yeah, she's mad cool. So it's good to have that on the show. You know, her. Just personally knowing her and having a female that's that just embodied with herself and just so comfortable, and you can hear it in her music. Yeah. I know a lot of females are gonna love her when they see her.
They're gonna love her. She's really
she's
good.
ill. She's ill. She's like the illest to me.
The brands that we got is the Av 617, Latin Caviar, Brutal Empire, Vizu Lifestyle, Forever Known, Quick Beats, Top Notch of Boston, Boss Beauty Room, the J Spot, and then the Eye Candy Closing. Eye Candy Closing was kind of put in the last minute, but she was still down. She said, hey, you know what? Just give me the flyer and I'll pump it. People are going to come out. I was like, hey, say no more. So shout out to her, shout out to all the brands, just for staying committed and believing in us and believing in them, because this is all a process.
Oh, it's a process. I already know it's a process.
And then the sponsors, too.
I was telling you before, me and my friends, / my cousin, Lauren, Lewis Peters, and Britt Johnson, we had a show called Modeling for a Cause. We ran for 5 years.
Okay.
And we, Lauren, she did it as a last, what do you call it? A last, ending semester as a project.
Okay.
And we just, after that, after the years, it grew. and grew, and we had like different people like Ernie Bach Jr. We had Jada Jackson sign a book to donate to the show.
That's dope.
So like
dope.
at like in like
y'all have some heavy hitters.
Ernie
that
Bach.
was heavy.
Ernie Bach, Melissa from Hot 6'9".
Yeah.
Oh,
Hot 6'9".
yeah, right. Hot 6'9".
I know. Oh, was you saying Melissa used to manage violin?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but she did. That's how she came there. Because she could.
Okay, B. We
Sorry,
got
I don't know
that.
if I'm supposed to say that, but cats out of the
exclusive right on the podcast, man.
So she used to manage her. That's how she got in our performed on our show.
Okay.
Wow.
Maverick came through like 3 times.
Wow.
Like and then like this influencer Tyler Abron. She's on MTV or whatever. You can see her Amber Rose. I told her, I was like, you're gonna be pop. You know, people say that. Oh, I told her she was gonna be popping. No, I really told her. I was like, you're gonna be popping. Like, you know what I mean? Because she had the look. She was smart. You know what I mean? She had the motivation. She was quiet, but like you could see the fire in her. So she got it now. She's low key, but she's gonna come. She's gonna have something that pops.
That's dope.
So. I mean, we have some heavy hitters.
Y'all have some heavy
I mean, the heaviest was Jada Jackson. Who's gonna get Jada Jackson?
Yeah, nah.
I mean, really, that's like the biggest.
That's the God Queen right
there.
If it ain't Janet, it's Mary J.
It's Mary J. Oh, I met Mary J. This is a random story in Franklin Park the first time. Because when she first came out, my mother was like, "We're gonna see Mary J." Because I don't know how, like, we're around the same age, so we're like, Franklin Park used to have performances. And back in the day. They have like new artists and whatever, in the main part of the section. And she, this is before she was like popping. Real Love just came out, but like she was there. And the first time I ever met her was when I was like 6. I don't know.
Well, your mom would notice her. Like, if I, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So, but shout out to the sponsors. YD Tasties, they're going to be serving the pastelitos, you know what I'm saying?
So I haven't had a good pastelito.
Not those little ones either, man. We talking about them sub rolls.
Yeah. So YD Tasties, Gucci Mama, Solar Flare Optics. Shout out Solar Flare Optics. He will be sponsoring all the fashion brands, shades for the models. Later on today, I'm actually going to get up with him, pick up my shades, you know what I'm saying, and meet up with a couple of brands so they can get the shades. Be Naughty. Shout out to Be Naughty. She's going to be a vendor with sex toys, you know, just in case you're into that.
Sex toy vendor.
Yeah.
I never heard of a sex toy vendor.
Yeah,
that's pretty lit.
Yeah, it's dope. You know what I'm saying? That's why we threw in there Swift Gardens. Who speaks for itself, self-explanatory. So just follow him online and you'll see what we talking about. Nothing bad though. Nothing bad.
Okay. But he was like, let's go by real quick.
Yeah. And then the sponsors. Let's give a shout out to Cloud9, God's Warrior. The Corner News out in Keene, New Hampshire. Thank you for the support. You over there pumping this show like you out here with us, but you're with us. Salute. Shout out to Quick Beat. Shout out to the Art Cartel. Shout out to Maze Radio.
Show me what you got.
DJ Volume.
DJ Volume, Brutal.
You know what I'm saying? And then everybody that's on there with the logos. And then just to make sure, music by DJ Volume.
Still ill too.
Music by DJ Volume and DJ Boom the Turn Up King. And then media by White Lotus Photography and Still Ill. We got 2 photography companies doing media, and then we got 2 DJs. So that's why I'm saying it's a fashion show. It's a party. You know what I'm saying?
Come through.
Yeah, shout out to DJ Volume tonight. He's going to be spinning at 222 in downtown, Soundscape and Friends. And if y'all don't know about Soundscape, they've been throwing mad reggae parties since I was in high school. They lit, you know what I'm saying? And then the DJ Boone, the Turn Up King, he just came back from Florida. He was out there in Tampa, sent me some footage of him DJing, and he's promoting this week. So it's been, like we said in the other interview, it's been a journey just putting this show together and doing it and keeping everybody kind of in line. But I'm really looking forward to Friday just because we're ready, you know, right. And we keep in contact with the brands. It's not like, you know, I don't know how other people do stuff. They book people, they talk to them 2 weeks later. Now, I'm more than likely talking to you every other day, every day. And if I'm not talking to you verbally or text, there's something on Instagram, group chat. We're always talking. Communication is so key to success. And, you know, and that's what relationships, with love, family, jobs, team. So these are components that I really wanted to add to our resume when it comes to talking to people and booking shows. Like communication, number 1.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Communication is key, especially like when you're running stuff like any show.
Yeah,
like
any show.
How do you guys? What kind of shows have you done other than just this? Like, what is, because you guys have like a melting pot of like things you do. Like, what is, like, let people know, like, I don't, like, specifically other than rapping, what have you done? Like, what events
community? I've done community events. Last year we brought down my son. We've done. I worked with like youth programs called The System out in Dorchester. So I was a coach motivating kids. We've done comedy and hip hop events where I had comedians and hip hop perform.
Okay,
yeah, that was dope. It was interesting. I did 2 of them. Actually, he performed at the last one. I did 2. He did the second one. Dope show. And then just a lot of local shows. A lot. Like a lot of trying to put on for Boston, trying to put on for the local artists. So throughout that experience, I've learned things like, don't rely on the artist for promotion because they're in their own world. They just like, sometimes they just don't understand. Like, if I'm booking you for your talent. I'm booking you for your work ethic. I'm booking you for your skills. Right. So when I book you and you don't use those skills with why I'm booking you, it almost throws me off because it's almost like, what is happening?
What are you doing?
Was this a facade when you caught me? You got me good. You know what I'm saying? So the artist, and don't rely on everybody else. Rely on yourself. But give people access, right? So that's why we did this flyer. Then we did the actual flyer to print it out. Then we did the artist flyers, right? So like the artists are right here, but we're like, you know what? Since we're artists, we're like, you know what? We'll give you your own flyer so you can do your own thing and bounce that off. And then we'll share these promotions to these brands, their clothing, their discount codes, their new dresses, the new bags. I learned a lot about fashion with these women just sending me links and stuff, and I'm like, oh, dope. A tie dress. I knew what tie was, but this is a tie dress, right? Like, or sweet treat bags, or the new bags that these women are using. They're
never heard of sweet treat bags.
If you do hashtag currently wearing, it's crazy. It's like 33 point something million. So people, if you could just wear that, buy that, you'd be like, currently wearing, put that. Somebody might just find it online, and be like, this is fire. Anti-social social club. I never knew about it.
Yeah. Like, let's not say them because them brothers ain't paying me. So.
But yeah. So I mean, those experiences. That's the experience I had. And again, like I was telling you prior off air, I've been working with Still Ill for 8 years. I've done a lot of shows. I met a lot of famous people, and it's really been through media and opening up, right? But the media was what made sure solidified me on that stage, because a lot of people never. Are when they do show, even weddings, like, right, when you get a wedding or you a birthday or whatever, like, one of the most important things is paying for photography, like, and a lot of people sometimes just don't worry about that, and that quality makes a difference. You need people who have a fast turnaround. If I'm throwing an event on Friday, I need them pictures out by Monday, right? Or at least Sunday dropping, not a week or 2 weeks later. If I need a recap for a video, I need it within that week, so then people understand, because people have short-term memories, so they forget. They're like,
but also, I have to say this. I learned, especially if they're not in the business of like this or whatever, media, they don't have that mindset. They might put it up, but don't think, oh, this is a good time to put it up. 3 o'clock. This is when people, or like 5 o'clock, people get out of work. People are like, oh,
I'm thinking that. Yeah, I'm thinking that. Yeah,
you know what I mean? I understand that. Even with this, I'm like, oh, I need to post. I need to repost. I need to, okay, when should I post? You know what I mean? People don't have that mindset. When I bring other people on, they say like, they don't know radio. Like, oh, I want to come on, but they never done radio. They're like, oh, I want to talk about my day. Okay, but we have to structure this out. This is what we're gonna talk about. We have this. We got social media. We have. You know what I mean? They don't have that mindset. So sometimes you have to tell people. You can't. I have to say for myself. I have to tell them my expectation. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is what we need to do. But like at the same time, so you can't have that expectation, but you still like. I understand what you're saying. It's like, what am I working by myself? Like, what am I supposed to be doing? That's like promoting. Like the biggest problem that we had when we was promoting our show with the models is like trying to sell tickets or whatever. It's just like a promotion. They're like, oh, like I posted it or I forgot. I'm just like, do you want to be in this show?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you for us? Like, are you just like, what are you trying to do? Like, that's the biggest problem. It's like, it's so
they
confusing.
Do anything for clout.
And then
they do anything for clout.
Like people want to do it. People want to do things, but they don't want to put in the work. That's especially, I don't want to say Boston.
That's the part that surprises.
But Boston is like that.
Yeah, Boston has a strong stigma for that. I don't know why.
Oh my God. And I hate to say that, but it's true. It's just like, or like they start to get a little like thing going. And thinking they're Beyonce or Jay-Z. Or they're billion. I know somebody that I work with, a community kind of person. They could be bigger than what they are, but they they're like, I don't want to. Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna say this is Petty Nation. So like, so one of the people I was doing the show with, they're like, they wanted to get paid off the show. Really, we were like, no, this is like community. Like, we already don't make a lot of money.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, if we get sponsors, once we got sponsors, it's different. So at the point we did, they're like, well, I want to get paid this amount of money, which was like obscene amount of money. We're like, well, you don't do, what kind of work have you done? And this is the person that says they're the media person. Gonna bring in this person. I'm like, well, okay, you brought in a radio person. Okay, cool. But like, okay, I brought Jenny Jackson. So what should I get? You know what I'm saying? And then like
that's what it is.
The same performers, like you take care of performers, but you bring the same performers from every year, bro. Let's mix it up. But to the point, we was like, cool. We brought in somebody from Ernie Bach. Actually, the person that we worked with, Ernie Bach Jr. She structured it and had like rap. Boy band. She was like, oh, this is how it needs to go. Blah, blah, blah. We were like, boom. Then come to find out, we was letting that person take care of the, what do you call it, the production part. And the audio and people and the lighting were like, oh, finally, some structure. For 5 years, we didn't know it was wrong.
Wow.
We were like, what? And we were like so disappointed and mad and pissed off. Yet this person is like, oh, well, I need to get paid this amount of money. We're like, not knowing. Crazy. Other people are talking about that person, how unorganized they are. But they will this amount, and then like it's a whole big problem. And I only do this, I do that. I brought Jenny Jackson. Conversation's over.
Conversation over.
Conversation done. Like you know what I mean? Done. Like so, it's like, and I brought other people as well, like Tyler Brown, like other people that have potential, even if they are not somebody you know, they look good, and, or they have their own resume, or they have, you know what I mean? They have a following, you know what I mean? So like, you got to bring something other than, you know, ain't nothing wrong with Pookie. Bring Pookie. If Pookie got talent, and his cousin Cujo,
exactly.
But don't bring them every year. You got to have somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to have that mix.
You got to have a mix.
But like, my thing is that if you have the goods, bring the goods, but don't. I'm sorry, I'm having a flashback right now. I'm sorry, it's about me right now. But I can understand what that
what's dope with working with him is that before we started doing like an event together or whatever it may be, like I didn't know him, right? I was an artist, he was an artist. I'm telling you right now, I seen this dude perform a couple of times, right? Before we actually was like this. This dude always had an entertaining show set. I'm talking about he'll pull up in an all-white suit with like 3 girls dressed in all white and just start performing. Like, and you, mind you, I'm used to this coming by myself. Or you got the other dudes that mad hood bringing their hoods. He's just pulling up all white with a cane. Like, you just like, and this is throughout the years, right? So he's doing this every time I see him. It's not like he's just popping up, yo, what's good, y'all? Nah, he got a whole theme to his thing. And I'm like, yo, this dude is killing it. And then, you know, it makes it easier to work with somebody like that who already has that approach for themselves. Right. Because now we're putting something together and we want it to be just as intriguing as we would want us who's on stage to be, right? Like, it's got to be that appealing. It's got to be that fun. It's got to be that energetic. It's got to be that popping. And we're talkers. So it's like, if we're talking, we got to back it up. So it's like, that's what we're living up to right now. I mean, we got other events coming up after this. We got a video, right, that we just fire, right? It's called It's You Know My Name. Let it be. But we're waiting to drop that video because really, like, what we gonna do? Drop the video at this time, and then now we're wave riding our own thing. It's cool. It's not a bad thing, but let's just get the professional side of the show out. Video, bam! Look out for the video. You know what I'm saying? Out. Me and him.
It's gonna space it out.
Exactly. And these are things that, you know, through experience, I'm pretty sure if you asked us to do this a couple years ago, we probably would have been like, yeah, drop the video, and we're gonna like, nah. Now we're like, we're businessmen. Like, so we understand we don't need to be the front runner for everything. Let these artists, you know what I'm saying, all these artists that we name, be the front runner, support them, show them that we're here for y'all, and from
create the platform.
Exactly, because we know the treatment that we're giving them, you don't often get. We know this, the communication,
we taking
the group
a hit.
chat, the tags, the mentionings, the consistency of just promoting you. Now I got people that's on my page that's looking like, where the hell are you at? And I'm like, nah, focus on this. Focus on this. The show, Too Lit at the Beach. I was with my nephew, my mom yesterday. They were like, yo, every time I'm on the internet, all I see is Too Lit on the Beach.
Well, that's good.
I'm like, great. That's all I want you to see. You don't see anything else from me. You're not seeing anything else. But I have multiple things to promote off one event. usually people will have a flyer like this for a whole month.
Right.
You got to have different looks. People's brains they like to see new things every day.
Changes.
Yeah.
It's too slow. Like, dude, like, don't make it too much.
Exactly.
People don't want to see your long thing either.
Exactly.
Something that's in your face.
But it's got to be consistent.
Right.
It has to be consistent. I don't care if you're getting aggravated. Block me, unblock, block me, unfollow me. Do whatever you got to do. Whatever it takes for you to not see me grow. Do it because I don't want you to be a part of it anyway.
You don't need to be a part of it.
Yeah, you don't need to be a part of it. So that I had to mention that when it comes to work. It's not like I'm just working with some dude and we both were rappers and then we're just like, oh, let's do this.
That's
he had his own thing going. I had my own thing going. And then when I told you WMF Radio kind of went down, I was doing the Show Me What You Got, and I was kind of trying to replan what I was doing. He was doing his thing, bringing me to the studio and all these different things, and that momentum brought me back to where we could do this now.
Right.
And that was just a couple months of me. For people who know me, they know I grind hard always. That was a hiatus. That was like you seen at least from me. My first show I performed, it was like in May from 2019. So it was like things started to pick up. Now we here July, August, and the last 3-4 months has been off the momentum of this man. Of him striving for whatever he's doing for Living Soul Records and bringing me out and saying, "Yo, let's do something." And it's like, word, let me. It's that time.
I think it's so people don't understand. And I'm talking to myself too, that you need to work in groups. It's better to work in a group and cohesive and understanding to work together because you get more out of that.
Yeah.
Especially if you do different things, but you can still bring it together.
Yeah.
And then work off of one thing because once you focus on this, you can turn to this, and then you're always doing something.
Yeah. Exactly.
My thing is I don't trust nobody, and I have very many inconsistent people working with me or that I've worked with. So it's like. It's hard for me to because it's either too much time, too much money, and they don't have the same vision. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like everybody, because like I told you before, everybody wants to be on until it's time to put in the work and the real work. And you think it's a little bit more work than they thought it would be. And I'm just like, well, I need a little help. And then I'm gonna have attitude. Why you have the attitude? Because I got to do this by myself. Because people think this is easy. People think it's like, oh, you just do this for fun or do this, or like you're just doing it just especially like the radio, like podcasts or whatever. Like I need an outlet. Like you don't understand. Like I'm not like I call it regular, but like I needed to be doing something creative or doing something that's an outlet for me. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? At least if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna try to make it work for myself eventually. Because I had I told you I had little spots. I got reposted on Hollywood Unlocked and doing all these sorts of things not even on purpose, but it's just it's working, and I'm trying to make it all work together. And I was like, I see the potential for myself, but not making it. Maybe if I had a team that was like a real team, you know what I mean? Like I could do my own thing. Everybody could do their own thing, but then we all have our own same. You know what I mean?
Believe in each other. Really, I believe in him. He believes in me, and I say there's no really question about it. You know what I'm saying? Once it's like with love and a relationship. I feel like once the intimacy starts to go out the way and the respect factor goes out the way, it's out. It's just out. But as long as you got that, I respect you. I appreciate when you tell me something. I this. Now that factor becomes stronger now. But once you start, just looking down on each other, which a lot of people do in groups because they want to be in your shoes. They feel you're not qualified. They feel they're better than you. They feel that they got more plugs than you. But really, what have you done to actually even feel that way, right? It's just a feeling. And when the business comes,
too much ego for nothing,
man. I feel like my whole life has been it's just in the
especially
area
when ain't
no
money involved, man. How you getting an ego? Ain't no money involved.
That's what I'm saying. Or you making that person making $100-something. I'm not doing it unless I'm making $100. So I make $100-something. $100-something. Great, I can pay my phone bill. Like that's exactly how much it is. My phone bill is $120. So what are you talking? You know what I mean?
And you look kind of crazy just lowballing yourself like that.
Yeah, but that's not lowballing in their mind.
Yeah, no. They're like, as long as I come up.
They've never been in that situation. Like I've talked to so many people. There's a lot of people that think I'm qualified for things, but they didn't check my resume. Most people don't know I have a degree in broadcast media technology.
Got you.
Degree. Yeah. Boom.
Salute.
I have people in family. The Boondocks. You said Aaron McGruder. That's my cousin. Like my grandfather's been acting for 40 years, and his wife. Yep. I know so many people. a couple of Jackson kids, like I told you. Yasmin, shouts out to Yasmin, shouts out to Austin Brown. Like, you know what I mean? And to just like people that I've talked to, Wayne Scott Lucas, people who talk to me who have been in the business, work with Tina Turner, work with Usher, work with Justin Timberlake, talking to me, telling me to believe it in myself. Mind you, like even though I grew up in a certain way, like I grew up in I was born in Cambridge, but grew up in Dorchester most of my life until whatever. But like those people that I grew up never knew the people that was in my life. And how they think this is like new. I'm just like, no, it's in my. I feel like it's in my DNA, regardless of what level you think it is or what you think I should be on. You don't know because we're two different things. I'm not a Bostonian through and through. Like, you know what I mean? Like most of my people from New York. Most people don't even know that grew up with me. You know what I mean? So like I have like a lot of play cousins, a lot of fake cousins. You know what I mean?
You said a lot of play fake cousins.
You know that like my cousins because they're the only people I grew up with. But so it's just like you gotta really like that mindset is crazy. Even if like I grew up here, but like you see it when you have somebody telling you something different and all these things experience and you've experienced things. Like I've been to the MTV Music Woody Awards, so you know what I mean. Got invited. That was it for me. That was after that experience, like VIP, like I met Cyndi Lauper, like just random people. I'm not fans of, but like it's just like you never thought you would just meet them. You know what I mean? Like Cyndi Lauper. This is Cyndi Lauper. This is blah blah blah. Come along, like you don't have to wait in this line. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's
this is 2009. After that, I was done. I was like, no, I don't want to be a regular digger anymore. Like, no, I came up all my Armani because I went to Macy's that day. That's when they started selling Armani jeans at the thing, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna buy all this. I ain't got no money, but I gotta look. Fly.
Spicy.
So I was like, yo, all right, we're going to do this. I made it by the skin of my teeth. I was supposed to be at 7. I left Boston at 2. And I was supposed to be at 7. Literally. Got on the train. The Roosevelt or Rose.
Oh, Roosevelt.
Teddy
Roosevelt.
The place. So I didn't know I was going. They were like, it's only one train stop away. It was 6:50.
Wow.
How I got there.
Wow.
And the girl was like, finally. She was like, you don't have to wait in this line. Wow. Let's go. I was just like,
You're like,
I was like, no, nobody can tell me nothing now.
No lie. Yeah, I was telling my dude that he gave me a ride to the station earlier today. He was like, I was telling him how when I went down south, we were talking about like hospitality and everything. I went to Atlanta. I went to Atlanta twice, bro. And I'm telling you, the hospitality that they give you out there is almost like they lying to you. They be like, "Hey man, shorty, you nasty, shorty, man. You about to get signed. You stay down here someday." You be like, but you come from this city where people don't big you up at all.
No.
So when you meet people who are spittable off rip, and then they genuinely mean what they mean, you're like, all right, yo, yeah, good luck. Like you're like humbly taking the compliment, but it's like we come from that region. But they say, you make it out of New York, you make it anywhere. I think if you can make it out of Boston as an entrepreneur, not only just rap, but just entrepreneur, I think you can make it everywhere because it's so hard here. There's hate in every city, right? But there's a certain way that the city's structured in Boston that won't allow us to grow. Again, most people that come to Boston, if you're a tourist, you will never end up in Dorchester. Right. You're not ending up in Roxbury. You probably are by accident, but that's because you're at Roxbury Crossing and Brigham Women's right around there. But when you're the general person,
soon, by the way,
you're the general person just going around tourism in Boston, you're really not seeing minorities. You know what I'm saying? You're not.
Not anymore.
No.
All right, so to wrap this up,
one
more time, tell the people.
Oh, okay, yeah. So again, August 16th. Let me put this right here. August 16th, Too Lit at the Beach Fashion Show Party. You know what I'm saying? Presented by LivingSoul Records. Show me what you got. Again, we got the Ave in the building, Latin Caviar, Bruto Empire, Viso Lifestyle, Forever Known, Quick Beats, Top Notch of Boston, Boss Beauty Room, the J Spot and Eye Candy Closing. For the artists, Ali Dex, Genius, Jay Gas, Don Dada, Dylan Raw, Ray Royale, Roxy Hart, Violet Music. Music by DJ Volume and DJ Boom, the Turn Up King. Media by White Lotus Photography and Still Ill. Doors open at 7 p.m. Entry is $15. After 11 p.m. is $20. 21 plus event. Please bring your ID. Hosted by myself, I Am, and it's Beba B from Maze Radio. Shout out to all the sponsors that's going to be there. YD Tasties, Gucci Melma, Solar Flare Optics, B Naughty, Swift Gardens, The Art Cartel, the Corner News, God's Warrior, Cloud9, and everybody that's supporting this whole movement. Thank you, Petty Media 24/7 for rocking out with us.
Man, salute.
Yeah, no problem. I have no problem saluting you guys. I just want to shout out everything. My friend owns a restaurant, so everything.
You gotta get that
jerked.
Yeah.
And Holbrook, it's 235 Plymouth Street, Holbrook. Everything jerk.
Okay.
Now I went up there. That's
right up the street for me. I'm about to slide through there, man.
There's no Jamaican or Caribbean restaurant.
No, that's what I'm saying.
If you want something else other than the other word, I'm not gonna say because I don't promote them. But because there's only one other Jamaican spot in Boston. It's so
Flames.
Did I say not to say it? But it's Flames. So if you everything jerk, 235 Plymouth Street, Holbrook. So thank you guys for checking us out. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, man. Hope to
This
see
is
you
it,
soon
Petty
again.
Nation. I'll see
Petty
you next
Nation,
time.
salute.
Yes, sir.
Petty Nation 24/7.